Hello and welcome to Alternative Radio Cardiff. I'm actually here with the operations director of Coyote Ugly Salon, based in Cardiff, and also the manager as well. So that's Chris Young, the operations director, and Hannah Leiber. Is that right?
Yeah.
So hello guys, how are you doing?
Hello, how you doing?
Good, good. So what we're going to do is we're just going to find out what it's like to actually run quite a busy and quite very, very popular bar, which I'm sure a lot of guys have actually been to. So what is your job then, Chris? What is it you do?
Oh, well, okay, so I look after 4 sites, Coyote Ugly. We've got one in Cardiff, Liverpool, Birmingham and Swansea. And we've also got 2 little Jack Murphy's bars in Swansea as well, one in Uplands, one on Wine Street. So between those 6 bars, I keep myself very busy managing the general managers on a day-to-day basis and looking after the finances, the operations, the marketing, everything you can think of basically is under my remit.
Wow, pretty cheesy title and a big job title.
Yeah, it keeps me very busy, put it that way.
Good, okay. And then Hannah, what about yourself? Like, what's your job?
Well, my job is kind of guiding the team, and we're all working towards the same goal of making us the best bar on St Mary Street, especially in Cardiff. But I have actually worked for Coyote Ugly in Liverpool beforehand, so I started there and made my journey here and worked my way through the ranks to become assistant manager with Chris. And I basically, I've lost my wording. My job is basically to lead the team and create an amazing atmosphere that women can come into and feel empowered to work here, because we are an independently female power bar, where women are bartenders, they are on the floor waitressing, they are managers, they are performers, they run the show type of thing. And in bars previously, that's not really been massively a thing. In history, you know, you've always had male bartenders and you've had male waiters, and we've kind of taken the power back with Coyote Ugly, and anyone can come into this place and be who they want to be and bring their own personality. All of our girls are completely different but amazing in their own sense, and they all come together to become one kick-ass team, and it's really inspiring to be around.
So really quite the opposite then. So you may get like a bunch of people that come in here and they see the girls are dancing on the dance and be like, oh right, okay, it's one of those types of bars, but actually it's not really a misogynistic type place. It's actually against that, and it's more of the power of a feminine sort of...
Yeah, we change a lot of opinions, I think. You'll get a lot of people come in the front door expecting something and getting delivered the complete opposite. You know, their perceptions are changed straight away when they walk in, which is a really good thing, you know, because we've been accused of being strip bars in the past, and it makes me chuckle when I hear those comments. You know, it couldn't be further from the truth. No, this is about, you know, women doing what they want to do.
And I've heard that argument about the empowerment that I don't want to use the word like sexualization of the females, but I guess it is kind of like that. It's almost like using that to their advantage or empowering themselves through it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's how it all started. You know, I mean, Lil is ultimately my boss.
Sorry, who?
Lil. She's in America. Right. She's the lady that they made the film about.
Right, okay.
So she's a 5'1", feisty, strong-headed, brilliant businesswoman that, you know, saw a gap in the market, opened her bar in New York, and delivered a great experience. Which, obviously, I think his name's Jerry Bruckheimer, the director.
Bruckheimer, yeah.
I think he wandered into her bar one day and decided, wow, this is amazing, we can make a film about this.
Well, I remember that film coming out as well. I remember having a massive crush on the lead singer, the John Goodman's daughter, I think it was at the time. But through my rugby days and learning how to sort of drink quite competitively, I learned a very good trick, which was when they were always doing shots of tequila, they would take a sip, they'd chase it with a beer, and then spit it back into the beer. And I've done that a couple of times to keep on my feet throughout a night out. But yeah, I remember the bar itself. Sorry, not the bar, the film when it came out, and then obviously this place opened on the 14th of December.
14th of December,
2016, because I was actually outside with Steve Lewis, who owns the franchise, because one of my friends, Dave Llewellyn, I think he was a rep for Heineken at the time.
That's right, still is, yeah.
So, do you know that guy? Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Good friends with Dave.
And then back in the day, he used to do a DJ night, because he's a very talented DJ himself, Ooh Synthetic, where we always used to get on the decks. So there's a little bit of an in, which is why I'm like probably sat in front of you guys now. So I mean, that's a bit about the past then, and who you guys are. How have you found it at the moment? Has it been a bit of a struggle? I mean, what have you done through lockdown, and what's your opinion on it, really?
Oh, well, I mean, it is what it is to a certain degree. You know, we find ourselves in a position that we have no control over, but have to react to what's presented by, Mr. Drakeford and the rest of them. And if we're told to lock down, we lock down, and as long as the support is there, then obviously we'll continue to do so. I'd imagine we'll probably be locked down again come January, in which case, fine. But it's been very challenging with the new rules and procedures and whatnot. There was a little bit of press coverage.
Right, talk to us about that.
Well, I would rather not. But ultimately, we had an influx of customers and a queue outside our front.
Oh right, yes, I actually saw that video. Was it at Wales Online, mate?
It was. Yeah. Good old Wales Online. We
love them.
Well, as a competing broadcasting channel, I don't tend to want to differentiate ourselves from who is out there at the moment. But we like to shed more of a positive light on what people are doing. So, since then, what sort of what amendments have you made then to get this place COVID ready and to make sure people are safe when they come and experience Coyote?
To be honest, it was only over the queue issue out the front that was the problem, which we've obviously rectified since that night. The council could and have shut down other premises across the city and all of South Wales, but they decided no, actually, because of what we do everywhere else within this building, it is safe, it is well structured, the staff are well trained, the cleaning procedures are very good. They were more than happy for us to continue trading, which was a nice little acknowledgement from them, because there was a bit of heat at the time from
there's a bit of uncertainty about what people are up to as well, and how people are going to react to it as well. So you can imagine a few teething issues for the bars to get themselves into gear a bit. So let's not talk about some of the contemporary things that are going on. It's all boring. We've all heard of COVID. I want to know what it's like running a fully fledged Coyote Ugly bar. Like what you must have got some stories here that
some that I probably couldn't even tell, to be honest, but
well, coming here and in my opinion, what we say to our girls at the moment is, people are used to coming in here and seeing the girls and the microphones on the bar. We put on a show, we play games, we do limbo, musical chairs, the whole shebang. We get the party started, because we do class ourselves as the best party in town. When you come here, you will not come here and not have an amazing experience, and we pride ourselves on that, I believe. We have hundreds of reviews on TripAdvisor that state how amazing it is, even since COVID. So what we say to our girls now is, whether you're speaking on a microphone to a room of 1,000 people, to speaking to one table of 6 or one table of 4, or from different households, you want to be given that same personality, that same experience, that same Coyote experience to that group, and you want them coming back here, which what we've noticed is we've had a lot of regular custom come back because of the experience they have here, even now. They're here to see the girls, they're writing reviews about the girls, they're posting pictures of the girls working, they're here to see the people who work here and see the team and see the experience and what they do. For the amount of people asking me for a job is ridiculous.
I was literally on the tip of my tongue right there.
We have a lot of girls who are many people are fighting for a job here at the moment, and that's just because they see people who come here and love what they do, and they love that they can come to work and dress how they want to dress and act how they want to act, completely professional, but be their own personality.
And that sort of ties into the empowerment that you spoke
exactly
about as well. So this is a bit of a curveball question now as well. There's a very big focus on just the women out there as well. I mean, have you ever thought about expanding it out, or is there any males that sort of come in here and work behind the bars?
We have a whole male team. Our boys, they're kind of like the backbone of Coyote Ugly.
Yeah.
They keep everything running that you don't see. I'm talking, if there's anything that needs fixing, our boys know how to do it. I don't know how they know how to do it, but they know how to do it. They keep everything running smoothly for us so that we can give the entertainment side. And we appreciate our boys. We call them Coyotes because they are.
Coyotes.
Yeah, I mean, they all have their own personalities as well. They bring such amazing emphasis to the team. They are literally the men behind the scenes, like in a film. They are the people who keep this building running, and I
almost like the producers on a radio
exactly exactly. But they're all fantastic. It's just not just about the girls; it's about the boys too, and they're all amazing at their own jobs.
That's great as well. And also, what I've noticed when I've been in here, and I've absolutely loved the vibe. I remember when you had, I don't know if it still might be there, the Bucking Bronco down there. Is it still there, or is that gone now?
No, COVID says no.
Yeah, imagine me trying to sanitise that. Do you know what I mean?
But I've also noticed that the girls are out there singing as well on the stage. I've noticed that a couple of times as well. So are these musicians or what are they? What
no, generally speaking, most of the girls that walk through this door are from, just normal girls without any sort of background. And I think part of our job anyway, as the management team here, is to bring it out of them. Is for them to find themselves almost, because we're talking about, on occasions, some very shy, quiet girls who might have had a world of troubles before they walked through our doors. And they're looking for something new. They're looking for a new lease of life. And they generally do find it here. And within a couple of months, well, first of all, we'll say to them, get on the bar and dance. It is literally chuck them in at the deep end. Absolutely, yeah.
Sink or swim.
Sink or swim, yeah.
And what happens if they sink? Do you give them a bit of guidance to help them eventually find that?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. That's one of the things, we're very conscious of is nurturing people in the right way. It's a very slow process sometimes, but we like it to be quick. Like I said, you chuck them in at the deep end and see if they survive or not. But if they don't, then we work on them and we give them a different role within the business. We let them find their feet. That might just be waitressing, for example. And then they find a sort of comfort zone within the business, and then before you know it, they're gradually working up to it. I've lost count of how many waitresses
have become coyotes
because they've decided, actually no.
And what's the next step then to almost being like a bit of a master of ceremonies? Because some of the girls have been on stage with the mic, almost leading like the nights as well, and then they end up singing a song. I mean, do they just do that off their own accord, or is that something that's...
Well, what I would say, you wouldn't expect it from myself, but I was when I began, I was very, very quiet, and you wouldn't see it.
I don't believe that.
Well, I was, and you didn't really see me in Liverpool. But when I started,
even for an ex-Scouser.
Well, when I started, I was behind the bar because me getting on that bar was quite nerve-wracking for me, because although I'd been brought up on performing, I wasn't mentally ready to be up there. Do you know what I mean? I was surrounded by girls who we'd hired who had confident scales off the roof, and I was like, right, this isn't for me yet. But they brought it out of me, and next thing you know, I'm up there leading the night on a microphone. And some girls you don't expect to be able to sing how they can sing. Like, we have found some amazing singers on our team.
Absolutely.
Like, they're absolutely incredible. The quietest girls, they've gone from being the shyest human beings behind that bar, and 1 minute they step up there and you hand them that mic, and it's like a powerhouse voice has come out of them, and you just don't expect it.
I would love to get an example of what you just said there on the radio station.
Yeah.
No, I would absolutely, because I guess interviewing the bosses is one thing, but then interviewing the dancers that you're talking about afterwards as well would be another thing. So maybe the next time we'll get these guys up as well.
It's not a bad idea.
So I mean, it's all well and good. So, bit of fun then. What is the funniest story you can think of since opening 4 years ago? In fact, your birthday is less than a month away now.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, in those 4 years, what is the give me a funny story.
This one's like,
am
I allowed to say something? What am I allowed to say?
Hardly any of them are clean, are they, really?
No. What can I say?
Oh, blimey. You've put us on the spot there.
We've had many, 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 many amazing people through our door, and I think everyone in this building is a better person for what we've been through together. The Karens, the sick, the rugby days. I think I will honestly say are the most insane shifts to work here. If you want to talk about a funny story, because you come in on the open, all of you, and it's insane. And the atmosphere is insane. When Wales won the Six Nations, oh my God, the atmosphere in the room was unbelievable. And we powered through that shift together. Do you know what I mean? We're a support system. I'm trying to think of something funny because but I can't. I don't know what I'm allowed to say. What am I allowed to say?
I don't know. All I'm going to say is that you've got a team of like 40 to 50 women working all together. there's lots that goes on here. Lot.
Okay, I guess that'll be, well, those people that come into Coyote Ugly will experience the funnier side of it as well. So maybe it's a case of come down and experience it for yourself rather than hear about it here. So what's next then for Coyote Ugly in Cardiff? What is your plans going forward?
Well, at the moment, I think priority number one is get through COVID. We've had some grand plans over the years. Obviously, we've expanded reasonably well. And we were, we've always been self-funded. We've never had a bank involved. We've always sort of bankrolled ourselves going forward. We had intentions to open more sites: Edinburgh, Glasgow, Leeds, Newcastle. We've opened one in Singapore, believe it or not. And we're also involved in possibly opening one in Bangkok in the next year.
All right.
Yeah, believe it or not. So it's taken us all over the world, and obviously we're involved in the sites in America, there's sites in Moscow, Kiev, in Germany, in Cologne.
I don't know why I feel like I would love to go to a Russian.
Honestly, this time last year I was in Moscow.
Can you sort that out for Radio Cardiff? For alternative Radio Cardiff. I must stress that.
And honestly, it is the most fun. It's a different, obviously completely different rules out there. Here we have obviously health and safety and licensing laws and all this, that and the other. But in Moscow, anything goes.
Oh, yeah.
Anything goes. And it's a wild, wild party in Moscow. It honestly, it really is. If you do get the opportunity, you've got to go.
Lots of vodka.
Well, yeah.
I made that mistake on my first trip to Moscow. I sat down at a table with 5 other Russians. None of them could speak English, so we sat there on Google Translate, and the only thing that we could actually communicate over was vodka. So it was a case of, do you want another vodka? And I'm like, okay. And about 15 shots of vodka later, I was on the floor, not too well, but it was good fun. It was very good fun.
We've all been there as well. Okay then. So, is there any sort of message you want to send out to the people that are listening to us at the moment?
Yeah, come to Coyote Ugly.
Come to Coyote Ugly.
Best party in town.
It is a great experience.
I definitely think it's amazing as well. And once we're all back up and running, I mean, have you got any sort of, are the girls doing much of the dancing at the moment during the COVID? I mean, what's it like on a Saturday?
Yeah, sadly, not allowed, COVID rules. So it is just, sit down only, waitress service. Big shame, but...
And are the dancers doing the waitressing now? Or?
We are, yeah.
So good, there you go. There's more of a reason to get wasted on hand and foot.
And we do have a really good quiz on a Sunday as well.
Right, you got a quiz on a Sunday.
Yeah, we've had to adapt and change our model, obviously. So who would have thought Coyote Ugly would be doing a quiz night? But yes, we are.
And the turnout's been fantastic, to be honest.
Yeah, it has been pretty good.
Right, okay. So that's this Sunday as well, and every Sunday.
Every Sunday, 7 o'clock. Yeah.
Well, guys, I mean, I'm going to end it there as well. So we're coming up to our 20-minute cast. But thank you so much for coming on the show and letting me meet you both as well. Our journey won't stop here. Hopefully you'll be affiliated with Alternative Radio Cardiff as we get bigger and we start branding the live music and the venues, and you can come on the journey with us as well. Something big is coming.
Ooh, I'm intrigued.
Something big is coming. So we're working very, very hard behind the scenes to get that going at the moment.
You'll have to put it on our website then, won't you?
Yeah.
CoyoteUglySaloonUK.com.
We can definitely do some of the. I'll put it on your website. You can put it on my website. We'll put it on each other's websites. But yeah, that's what we're about. We're nothing without the live venues, the bars, and the bands and things like that. So thank you so much for coming on as well. It's goodbye from me and
goodbye.
Bye.